Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Got a bunch of stuff to talk about. A number of things channel related. Got some mail to open up. Got a number of other things to cover. We got a lot of ground to cover and not a whole lot of time to do it. Got a long ways to go and a short time to get there. Yeah, I'm eastbound. Just watch your bandit run. All right, the music has started already, and hey, we do have to warn you, may break out in spontaneous songs. So they've been baiting me in the chat already. Crazy stuff. So a couple things that you may notice. There have been a few changes on the set. I have done a little bit of reworking of the back, trying to clean it up, straighten it up. There's not quite as much stuff back there now, but there are some new things back there as well. So trying to clean that up a little bit. Also, I have redone the layout. You'll notice I'm actually on a different uh, angle, different camera. So one of the things I did in my studio was my desk actually used to sit right where the camera's sitting, and it was sitting across the room. Well, I decided to open it up a little bit and turn the whole thing, and I'm going to whack this microphone yet. And so the desk is actually now sitting over here instead of over there, which means all my monitors and everything are over there. So all your chats and comments, if you see me looking over this way, it's because I'm looking to see what everybody's saying because it's actually over there. I do have my monitors on boom arms. I'm probably still going to rearrange a little bit and move one of them, hopefully in such a way that I can actually put it out a little bit closer. But I haven't totally decided on that yet. It'll mean some rearranging of the desk, but I'm kind of leaning that way. So uh, that may happen before the next live stream. But if you see me kind of looking over this way and going, okay, what? That is because all the comments and everything are over here. So so for example, Joseph, no, you are not late. Welcome aboard. Um, so um, that's kind of one of the things there is just to let you know I'm trying to clean up and organize and refine and make things a little bit better and smoother, and try to open this up to make it a little easier to have guests. One, because I'm working with a couple people that I'm hoping to have come on the channel. I have shared the names with my patrons so they have an idea who, but I don't want to throw it out there until things definitely come in. But let's just say that the two people in particular I'm thinking of, there's a lot of good background stories at Silver Dollar City. One has all sorts of other experiences. The other one can share all sorts of stuff about me as well. So that's kind of in the works, and it's just a matter of us getting dates and times nailed down. So we're looking forward to that. I think when I'm pretty sure at least one, well, I know one will happen, hopefully both. And when they do, when you see who it is, I think you will be really excited about that because that's going to be really cool. There's going to be fun interviews and some great stories and some hilarious stuff. And because both of the guys are just hysterically funny. So I can't wait to be able to do that. That is kind of what's on tap there. I am kind of brainstorming for some other ideas too, trying to come up with some other stuff for you all here. Mike, now there's room for the puppy dog to sit. So believe it or not, this chair has actually been here the whole time. It just hasn't been here. So on the other side of the camera, we've got a big work table, and I've actually got a big jigsaw puzzle deal there. And so the other chair is usually sitting over there in front of the puzzles. But it is here for a reason. One, because I do have a guest coming on tonight who will be here sharing with you and talking a little bit and helping me with the box because there is something special in there for him. But I'll go over that a little bit later. Plus, there is another reason to have this chair here. This chair is just going to creak all night. Let's try that, see if that'll make it stop. So one of the things that happens with the channel over time is trying to come up with content and ideas and keeping things fresh and new. It kind of becomes this creative process that if you're not careful with it, things can get stale. One of the things that's happened with me over 7 years, can you believe I've been doing this 7 years? It's just crazy. And the number of videos on the channel are insane. So a lot of times, whoop, I got a super chat there. Let me see what we got. Any Disney related collabs? Right now, I don't. I do have a couple possibilities I'm trying to work on. There's actually a couple things I've been trying to work on since going back to D23 last year, and we just have not been able to coordinate stuff. Um, to give you an idea, one of the collabs I've been trying to work on, and I got to reach out again, is with David Koenig, the guy who wrote Mouse Tales and More Mouse Tales and a number of other books behind the scenes at Disney. Does a lot of Disney stuff. I'm trying to get something together with him, and it's been a failure on my part. So, but at the moment, otherwise, no, I don't. But if I do have somebody from Disney or something reach out, I would absolutely love to talk to them. But there is something that will kind of affect Disney a little bit. So, like I said, as time goes by, you start trying to come up with something new. And after 7 years, to be totally honest, I have exhausted most of the stuff I remember. I've talked about it at one point or another. Now, I do have one of my patrons who, I mean, he's got a ton of questions. And you see his name in the credits. It's not his real name, but his name in the credits pops up as Donald Trump. And we have a good time on the Zoom calls that my patrons get to have. And it's just a lot of questions. I'm like, okay, dude, you got so many other people got to be thinking the same thing. So I am going to try and work with him and have him basically interview me and probably do it over a couple episodes. And so he'll be able to throw out a lot of Disney related questions and stuff. And it's great when I've got somebody else like that because they help me remember things that otherwise I've plain forgotten, or stories that I may not realize I haven't told, or even coming back to some of the old material that I haven't told in years, and I forget that you all haven't heard it. But otherwise, it's hard for me on my own to kind of sit there and go, what's new? What's fresh? What haven't they done? What haven't they heard? And how can I do it in a new way? Especially as my schedule has gotten busier. So I don't have quite as much time to be able to do the green screen stuff and some of the other things that I really like to do. So we were actually, we were over at Silver Dollar City, and two of my patrons, you've actually seen Megan on the channel a bunch. And then Brendan, who has been on the channel several times as well, was up visiting. And so we're at Silver Dollar City, two of them and my daughter, and we had a great time. You saw the vlog, posted the vlog up there. Well, one of the things that came up over the course of the day was, what do we do with the channel? And especially if things go as I hope, and in a few months' time we go to Israel for a couple of years, I'm nowhere near American parks at that point. I'm not near Disney. I'm not near Silver Dollar City. How do I keep fresh and up to date? And one of the ideas that came up was by having essentially a co-host, kind of shifting a little bit more to podcast-ish, if you will, where there's another person for me to interact with, to talk with, who keeps up with things, who also has the same interests that I do, as well as some different interests and different experiences, as well as having a little bit younger take, if you will. So in the course of discussions that day, and then again on the patron Zoom calls, I like to think we kind of landed on the perfect co-host, and I wish they could be here today, but they're working tonight, of all things, so I will yell at them for that later. But let me introduce my co-host. She's going to be right in the middle of this here, and that's Megan. You can see Amber and Craig there. But Megan, right now, the plan is to have her join me as a co-host. Probably not right away. We got some things we got to coordinate first. But she's fun. She's young. She's energetic. She loves Disney. She loves amusement parks and roller coasters. She's worked at Six Flags, so she has the inside the park experience. We have a good time. She'll throw stuff right back at me. I was kind of teasing on one of the phone calls that, hey, everything will be good because Megan realizes my opinion is always the right one. And oh my goodness, she was about ready to give it to me. So I think that this will be a great way to slowly shift the channel. So that way, when I do have to adjust because of where I'm at, she'll be able to be here. The other nice thing with Megan is when I am out of the country, it also gives me somebody here who can be boots on the ground, who will be visiting the parks, filming the vlogs. When there's announcements or big events and stuff, she'll be able to be there along with one or both of my kids. So I will have a crew on the ground. So we'll still be able to cover all of that stuff, even though I won't be able to be there personally. So I am really excited about that. Looking forward to when we're going to be able to come on and be able to do it. So, um, oh, hooray, Megan! And yes, Craig was very excited about that. Really, I think all the patrons that we talked to online were very excited about that. So, and in fact, let's see, monorail. How has technology changed, and how has that changed your responses to guests? So, my responses to guests, of course, it's been 10 years since I've worked at the parks. Silver Dollar City, we very much did not show technology at the time. I can tell you though, technology is drastically. It's one of the major ways that we're able to do this. So when I grew up, a long time ago, I can remember making a call to Japan and another one down to Colombia, South America. And at the time, it was landline phones, landlines, and then the signal had to actually route through lines under the ocean and stuff. And so your phone calls would be stuff like, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you?" And you'd have this long lag, this long delay. Oh, by the way, family's upstairs watching a movie. So if you hear a little thumping, they're walking around. But that's how it used to be. And then a few years ago, we were actually in Bethlehem visiting stuff. My daughter was here, and she was getting ready to go to Japan, so she needed to talk to this family she was working with in Japan, and we video called with no lag or anything. It was the coolest thing. So that's why we're going to be able to do this new format. And my guest has just walked up here. You got to admire his headwear. It is the most amazing thing. Mm-hmm. So, and let me zap back to big screen there. There you go. You move box, put it on your lap. Box. There's a dog on my shoe. There's a dog on my moody foot. So the reason he's here, besides bumping the microphone, is he's getting old, which makes me old. That's not fair.
I am only 12. Okay.
You are officially a professional. Isn't that a scary thought? He actually is. He's a full-time staff and teacher at university. Isn't that scary?
There you go.
Okay. Anyways, so this is the box from Craig. And
this box is?
Yes, this box is from Craig. That's why it says from Craig.
That would make sense. That would explain that.
Yeah. So there you go. I let you open. I know there's at least one thing in there for him. Don't point the knife at your old man.
I did nothing.
You did not point the knife at your old man.
You saw nothing.
You is mean.
You have no evidence.
Channeling your old German soldier.
That they just found out their uncle died today. If we could keep them in their family in prayer. It's Christ.
Oh goodness. We absolutely will. I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah, we will definitely be praying for you and your family. Our condolences. So, let's see. We went from making dinner reservations or video calls at Epcot to interventions. Yeah, people making video phone calls. Awesome. So, let's see. Might have to have a Megan's Park Tales opening. Yeah, we got to look at things like openings and credits and a number of other things. With Megan, there's several different things that we're looking at potentially changing, including maybe a slight change in name to the program, or even changing it to Conventions of Theme Park Workers. Okay, let's have. Hi, SirWillow. I hope you also received the Amazon package for channel, but you know the contents of that and 4 items here. Yep, so there is lights back there. If you didn't notice, changing colors. It's a nice subtle one. However, there are a lot of items in this one you don't know about, and some are for other Willow family members and honorary Megan Willow. Megan Willow. Willow. Regardless of $4, I hope all the recipients enjoy them. Oh, you just saw my hand? Yeah, I got a hand-knit stitch. That's my stitch. You only cannot. No can has. Rude. Let's see. Also, beware of hitchhiking pins that I tucked between the shirts, giving them padding and hopefully prevent scratching each other. Speaking of shirts, sorry, the Kennywood one is larger than you normally wear. That was the smallest I had in stock that was eligible for the sale, and it's the size I like. So I failed my save against the end cap. Yeah, there's a Kennywood shirt. Okay, so you can open the first part, because the first part is part of you.
This is a part of me?
This is the part of you. You will understand when you actually pull it out.
What am I looking at?
So there's 3 of them.
There's 3. Wait.
One is for Megan. One is for Amber. One is for you. This is the happy birthday.
Now hold up, touch the hands.
Oh my God.
Is it acceptable?
I have a question.
So when we went out to California years ago to your cousins, do you remember I went out to Knott's Berry Farm with them? And Anna got one of these. And it totally made her day. So we were looking last summer at all of the Cedar Point and Dorney Park and Kings Island to find one for you, and nobody had them. They were all sold out. And then Craig happened upon them at Knott's, and it was actually the day after Amber and I had been talking about, wish we'd found that hat. And the day after, Craig sends this picture. Look what I found.
If I wear it like this, it looks like a normal, almost a normal beanie.
You have to tie the paws.
but you can't do the flippy paws.
So
No. What do you think, JoJo?
So I think you need to wear that the next day that you're teaching.
Yeah, on Monday.
Yeah,
I have a lecture I'm teaching. I don't really know how I can incorporate this
ask
into the lesson.
Ask your child that's having difficulty to wear it and raise his hand when he's struggling.
I have a question. Go. Mr. Burnett, I have a question over here.
Or you can switch one side if they get a question right and the other if they get it wrong.
I feel like that would cause significantly more confusion.
Anyway, that's what I know is enough for you. Rude.
I would never be rude.
Disrespectful.
Yes.
So everything else, I think there's a couple things I guess for mom and
you guys
Megan. Yep. That was your happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Gracias.
From one dog to another.
There's a dog down
here.
here.
I was gonna say you can't really. Let me see if I can.
If you pat your stomach, she might jump up.
Yeah.
She was trying to go and bite on this. You probably should remove it. Do you want to hand it to me?
No.
So anyways, go enjoy your movie. Bye.
I'm just going to remove this because, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's for Megan and Amber. Ooh, wait, Joseph? What? Camera? Oh.
Yeet.
Give me your camera.
Yeet the camera.
Yeet. You drop it in it. Terrible.
Thank you, Craig.
You can tell that we speak to each other like mature adults. Sure. Craig says de nachos. Hello, Mrs. Willow as well. So
hello.
All right. So let me show you some of this other stuff in there. There is let's see. That light's gonna wash it out. There it is. Willow. All right. This will be fun trying to get used to the light being a little further away, the camera further away. So let's see. Oh, Margaret. I believe this is probably Margaret's. No, it might be mine. Oh, this will be my size. Ding. Ooh. Happiest holiday on earth. Cool. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. I have not been to Disneyland's Christmas stuff. I've been to Disney World's. I haven't been to Disneyland's. He left his other hat. Ha ha. I will give him a bad time. Let's see. But let's boo this. Mickey's Halloween party. You know, we were talking about this the other day in different park events and stuff, and somebody was asking me, and Amber and I were very much agreed. Best Halloween event is Mickey's Not So Scary. Just good stuff. Ooh, coffee. Okay, so Margaret will like that. She will be back for her coffee. Very much so. Thank you for that, Craig. Let me see. It's funny you get a Christmas shirt, and we just transitioned to the Christmas for the parks anyways. Silver Dollar City, I believe today. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow is their very first day of Christmas. Yep. So let's see. Willow the Bone. Let's see. Disneyland had some of the Halloween shirts on sale for 30% off. Hey, shirts on sale. Can't complain about that. So, oh, and then gotta mention convenient Doctor Who reference. So we were actually at a trunk or treat for our church last night, and found out that the kids' pastor is a huge Doctor Who fan. His daughter was dressed as the 11th Doctor. And I walked up and went, "Wait a minute, I know that." That was fun. Best day ever. Big bet. Okay, that is an awesome shirt. I love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Cool shirts. You know, Joseph's probably going to try to steal them from me. Okay, so I'm going to move these pins aside. Get that one out. This must be, yep, that would be to Kennywood. Kennywood, Pennsylvania. I'd love to get back there again, too. It's such a neat park. So I love that Craig gets to go, and then, of course, Judy is there all the time. You know, Judy's another one. I keep meaning to sit down and do an interview with her and have her tell stories, because she used to work at Kennywood years ago. It would be really neat to get some of her stories. So when you worked at Silver Dollar City, did you have to decorate the train depot, or did they do it for you? Yes. So there is a crew that actually puts up Christmas lights all around the park. They actually start end of December putting lights up, and they frame most of the buildings. So the main depot out front, they would do all of that. We actually did the break room, the fences, and the light posts, or the poles, not the light posts, but the poles on the train side of the depot. So if it was employee only safety area, we did that. But otherwise, if it was the rest of the depot building, the light crews did that. And Silver Dollar City and Dollywood are very finicky and picky about how you put the lights up. You actually have to turn them and angle them a certain way, so that way they're facing each other, and that way they light the buildings up properly. Otherwise, if you just kind of slap them up there, it looks sloppy. And so they want it all done specific order and specific pointing and everything, orientation. And so they're very finicky, but it looks great. So yes, we did some of it, and then the crews did other parts of it. So let's see here. I've been getting into the Park Lore website. I don't know if I've been on that one yet. And it's all really fascinating behind the scenes and what's there, to the point I'm actually considering subscribing to their paid membership. Park Lore. Okay, I'm going to write this down. You got a notepad here. I do not know them. That could be interesting. I will look it up. Sounds good. Let's see. Is Kentucky Kingdom going to have a holiday celebration since the Hershey acquisition? I don't know. I would imagine eventually. Did Hershey pick up Kentucky Kingdom? I thought it was the family from Holiday World. I may getting that mixed up. I was thinking it was the family at Holiday World, not Hershey, but I could have that backwards too. Not all the Hershey properties do Christmas stuff, but if if they are running Kentucky Kingdom, they might. I don't know what's happening there though. That's actually kind of new to me. So, let's see. Lights nowadays seem to be professionally done to make sure light and projection are perfect. The crews there also have other maintenance jobs at Silver Dollar City. So while they do the lights, they spend a lot of time with it. That's not all they do. And there is a professional team that designs it. But as far as who's hanging it up, like I said, we did it. Every ride had their own section that they would have to do as well. So the regular attractions employees also put up lights. So it was kind of everybody. What are your thoughts on the current version of Journey into Imagination? It's the only version I've seen. I have not seen the previous two, so I can't really comment other than what I know I've heard people say. So I like it. I have fun with it. But I've been told that the others are better. I've seen videos, but videos can't really show things well. So we need a video on Megan's favorite things at Silver Dollar City. It was there. She'll have that. Don't worry. We will definitely be doing some things like that as well. So we're in the early stages of brainstorming everything with Megan. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to come. So, and Jacob, I don't know what they're doing in Kentucky Kingdom. I have no idea. So, like I said, Parker's saying that it's definitely Hershey there. I don't know. If I don't even know who's running the park, I certainly don't know what they're doing for Christmas. So, and it looks like Craig has information. You got a couple different things in the chat, so that would be my suggestion there. So maps. Let's see, brochures. We've got Disneyland. We got some neat stuff in here. Let's see, Quilt Gardens. I haven't seen that before. Solder Village. Let's see. Oh, the Candy Warehouse. And then, so he picked up a couple along the way. Amish Country. And then, let's see, Shores Island, Play and Stay, Seneca County. Wow, there's all sorts of stuff in this one. There's all sorts of stuff in there. Hello, Pepper. And then we've got an Ohio. Ohio. By the way, anybody know what, if a Japanese person says Ohio to you, any idea what they're saying? I'm curious if anybody knows. Stay there. Don't want to drop. Still drop it. Try not to do that. Okay, so let's see if anybody can figure this out. Not the first time you've been called. Sorry, Parker. So what I'm doing, old eyes, and my computer is about 6-7 feet over that way. So I'm trying to read off a monitor several feet away instead of right there. So yeah, it's like So it's like having to adjust the glasses. So let's see. What is the hardest thing to decorate at Silver Dollar City for Christmas? For me, it was the train depot, but that's because that's all I did. I didn't do the rest of it. And I didn't ever ask the other guys what they did, so I don't know. And I don't want to put words in their mouth, so I'm sorry. I have no help on that one. Absolutely none. Finally, when our first roller coaster went upside down, scariest part was the first hill. If you've seen my story about how I got over my fear of coasters, it was the same thing. I found out I was more afraid of standing there by myself than I was of riding the coaster. Get yourself all worked up over nothing. Hi, Joseph Scott. Ohio and Japanese. Good morning. Very good, Joseph. Give yourself a brownie point. If I have SirWillow pin left, I'd send it to you, but I'm out of them. Tell you what, Joseph, send me an email with your name and address. I do have a couple SirWillow stickers. I'll send you a couple stickers for getting the right answer. So drop it in there. Let's see. So Hocking Hills. So this must be the last one of these. The Mohican. The last of the Mohicans. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Oh, let's see. So we've got Storybook Circus. What is this? Oh my. This whole thing folds up. Okay. So check this out. A whole big map in here, and it's got scratch and smell stickers. Okay, that's really cool. That's awesome. And then you put the stickers into the right spots. That's cool. So that way you can get your circus smells. And then we've also got the imagination is the spice of life magnet with Figment. Yay! Make sure that there it is. Got to make sure I angle these things so y'all can see them. Let's see. My grandfather responded, "No, Kentucky," when he was in Japan. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's from Elephants on Parade at the World. Get this, it's even free. Ooh. Do I think the Silver Dollar City Hotel will be themed in the 1880s? Absolutely. Definitely will fit in with the theme of the park. That's going to be one of the major features of it. So then there's all the other things in here. My goodness, Craig. Okay. Trying to do all these things here so I don't drop them too. So we got a one little spark magnet. Let's see. Try and hold it up there and get it at an angle so it doesn't wash out. There you go. And then what's? Oh, okay. CV41 USS Midway. I've actually been on that boat, but I didn't get the magnet. Trying to hold it up. Let's see. I will get an angle. There it is. Trying to work around the lights here. And then we got the pins. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So the food and wine with Figment, and then the pass holder for Not So Scary. I'm going to try and bring these up here. Let's see if this will work around the lights a little bit. There we go. That's that one. Trying to do this on camera and you're backwards. And so you're always trying to go the wrong direction. Those are very cool. There's all sorts of cool pins in here. Let me just try and grab the rest of these. Okay. So we've got oh, okay. So Tiana's Adventure. And there we go. There is Muppet Labs. And especially if you're like me and you're a little worried about Muppet Vision 3D possibly going away, that's great. Mickey's Not So Scary. Again, thank you so much for the festival pins and food and wine. And then one more food and wine. Pass holder pin. And let's see. There it is. A little bit. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. There's two more little things in here too, so I will get to those. Let's see. SirWillow, with the thrill rides, is there any marker can go on? Marker can go on anything that isn't rough that might strain her neck. So barn swing she can do. She can do the new Fire in the Hole because the brakes are smooth on it as opposed to slamming you to a stop. So anything that, like I said, is relatively smooth, she could probably do Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot. She would probably be fine with that. She did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so she's fine there. So Tower of Terror, she is good on that. It's basically anything that's not going to cause a jerking of her neck. So that's basically her deal. So that, and she's getting to a point too where she's kind of like, yeah, me, I'll still go ride. You know, hey, give it more and more. But let's see. Believe it or not, I was there for food and wine, but sadly, I was only at Epcot for a day. Hey, a day is better than not at all. So hey, I'm jealous. I haven't been to food and wine this year. So let's see. Kenny Woods adding more footers for Steel Curtain. Oh, for Steel Curtain. So yeah, I've been hearing that they're having to basically redo a lot of the support structure for Steel Curtain. Kind of scary. I'm happy I got my ride when I did, but my goodness. So hopefully they can get everything done they need to and have it open. Abby's asking, have I ever been to D23? Yes, I did. In fact, I did videos on it. Not the just past one, but the one before that. I got to go. Craig blessed me, and it was fun. I'm happy I got to go. It was an amazing experience. I got into the main panels. Having said that, I'm okay if I don't go. I've been to different Comic Cons and stuff, and of all of the Comic Cons and things I've been to, sad to say, it was probably the worst organized one. Um, there were some very neat things. And I would go again, honestly, if I had the opportunity. Yeah, I'd go again. But hopefully they can improve some stuff. I did very much enjoy that. So let's see here. Yeah, Judy saying they're pretty much rebuilding the ride, which is crazy to me. It's like, what happened that they missed so bad? But let's see here. Ryan, wait. May drop for another stream soon. There's somebody else you want to see besides me? Ryan, how could you betray me this way? I'm offended. No, I totally get it. Thank you for being here while you could. I do appreciate it. So speaking of D23, who do I think will be the next in the Disney Legends class? So if you got to watch my video about D23 Legends when I was there, they've watered it down. They had, so the D23 I went to, half of the people they were installing as Legends were all cast members of a TV show on ABC, and they had never done anything else for TV. Grey's Anatomy. They hadn't done anything else for Disney at all. And I was kind of like, okay, you had a good TV show on ABC. How does that make you a Disney legend? And it's really, the whole idea of legend has kind of watered down, in my opinion. So they did install Ming-Na Wen as a legend. Okay, this makes sense. Mulan, she's been in Marvel. She's been in Star Wars. She's been voice acting. She's done a number of things for Disney. I can get that. A couple of the members of Frozen, which is one of the biggest movies in Disney history. Okay, I understand them being legends, especially since they also do a variety of things, but it's become more of an advertising gimmick than actually acknowledging people who've done great things for Disney. The employees at the parks and behind the scenes and production have gotten kind of overlooked in exchange for TV stars. And that's not what it originally was. It was meant to acknowledge people who have made great contributions to the company, and that when you think of the company, these were people, either you thought of the people or you thought of what they had done. And that's no longer what it is. So, yeah, too bad. My wife and I are taking a position at Hershey. Would be able to get you into Hershey Park at no cost. That would be awesome. We probably aren't going to be around this summer, though. All goes well, we will be in Israel for a couple years. So it will be quite a while before we get to take advantage of that. I do have to say that we loved our trip to Hershey a couple years ago. Well, in fact, if you look, it's right here. There's my chocolate tin from Hershey. So, yeah, we loved Hershey. Had a lot of fun. So I'm getting ready to open up a couple pins from this box too. So I got 2 boxes of pins to open, and I still actually have a letter here that got put down underneath these other things. So I do have a letter from Mina Fox too. So I haven't forgotten it. I will open that as well. Just lots of questions, which is cool. Yeah, I have a whole list of people who should be Disney legends. Yep. I've got a few that I think should be on there too. So, okay. So Judy, what I understand from Steel Curtain is the ride vehicles are putting too much stress on the ride, on several support structures for the main ride. That's why they had to shut it down. Yeah. So misdesigned the weighting forces. Oh, and it happens. It happens. Unfortunately, the company that built Steel Curtain, it's happened to more than once. Batman and Robin the Chiller, and some other things. So, let's see here. Any idea what comes after the SDC resort? Well, if you saw my live stream about it, I talked about several ideas that I believe are coming. Well, things they basically kind of admitted, but they haven't given details on. Park expansion is coming. They expect over the next 10 years to see Silver Dollar City double in size. So you've got the resort coming up. It said that it's going to have, how do they put it, designated park entry. Eventually, they're going to redo the park, expand the park in such a way that it will probably have its own private entrance. That won't come for a while yet, but expect to see the park expand all the way down towards the lake. They've got 1,200 acres. And as Brad Thomas says, that's a lot of land. And he likes to say that a lot. So let's see. So these are the two pins from the mystery set. I'm going to pull them up here for you. And there we go. Turn. Trying to get these things lined up sideways. There you go. That's a cool set. I like that one. They've added a couple very cool mystery sets here. And then the Epcot Food and Wine mystery set. So I'm going to end up with all these new pins and trying to get the sets complete. And when you got no money, I got a few traders, but like, ooh. Okay, so the Food and Wine, I believe Megan sent me a couple of them. And hold tight just a second. I'm going to check something here. As I trip over here. All right. I had to get the two that Megan had given me before. So I had the Swedish Chef and Dale. We got Goofy to add on. And then we got another Dale. That means I got a trader to try and get Chip. So there we go. This is a really cool set. I like this set. It's a neat one for the festival. And nice original designs and good quality pins. So that is a very cool set. Thank you, Craig. So we got 3 out of, let's see, how many are in this set? 10. 3 out of 10. I got a ways to go. But yeah, neat. Thank you. Wow. Those are some nice pins. Those are some really nice pins. Thank you, Craig. I really appreciate that. I'm going to sit back here afterwards and I'm just going to take another look at them because there's some really cool pins. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Originally, Kennywood wanted to build a RMC roller coaster. Would have gone through the ravine behind Kennywood's maintenance area, and then they ended up spending money to fix up that one, to fix Steel Curtain. Hopefully, they don't lose the plans for that, and they don't take too long. So, because yeah, that'd be interesting. RMC, along with all those old classic wood coasters, woo, that'd be that'd be cool. That would be really cool. What's your opinion on if SDC for the resort guests interested in buses taking you to the park, a horse and buggy take you to the park? So what's going to happen, at least for quite a while, because of where the resort is situated, they're going to actually have to drive out to Highway 76, the main road, and come into the park that way. They're going to be coming from the opposite side of Branson, so they won't have anywhere near as much traffic to deal with. But because it's not a freeway, it's a highway. But because of that, it's not a road you want to take a horse and buggy on. It's also going to be from that entrance for now. It's going to be about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, with all coming up the road and everything else. Eventually, like I said, I fully expect them to come up with some private entrance. Maybe they would do a horse and buggy down that way. Maybe it would be a skyway. There's a number of different possibilities. The resort itself is going to be on top of a hill, and the park kind of sits down the hill a little bit from it. So you've got to figure the hill. But I am sure they're going to come up with something unique for it. That's down the road. I know they've got some sort of plan. Just don't know what it is yet. So, How much does Disney spend on dome cleaner to keep the dome clean over Walt Disney World so you can't see it? So after my one video where I was talking about the myths, I did actually have somebody send me an email that was like, wait, are you sure that they don't have a dome? Yep. Yep. Will Mr. Schmitty be featured on their Skyway? That would be cool, wouldn't it? If you haven't seen it yet, look in the link for the merchandise. My son, when he was young and we were Busch Gardens, we'd be riding the Skyway, and he would be yelling out to the passing buckets, "Ahoy, Mr. Schmitty!" And it was quite fun. So yeah, we have a shirt designed with that in mind. Just something kind of off the wall, but fun. Hey, all right. This looks like a long letter. So, oh my. Whew. Okay. This is a long letter. And usually when they're this long, I don't know if they necessarily want to read everything. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit a couple quick things here, and then I'm gonna read this later. Just because I don't want to, because there are a couple things in here that could be interesting, and then I'll see when I know better. But how do you do? The reason I found your channel was because I was watching some videos by Theme Park Crazy, and he mentioned you in some of his videos. I have to say a huge thank you and shout out to Theme Park Crazy. If you don't know, they are a much bigger channel than I am. And I've just missed him a couple times here at Silver Dollar City. But he has used my videos as basis for a couple of his. He's referred to them a couple other times, and he has always been very gracious and contacted me and asked me and referred back. And I'm like, dude, you're just, because he's asked, I love his stuff. If you haven't seen Theme Park Crazy, look him up on YouTube. Go check out Theme Park Crazy. Great channel, great guy. So, let me see. And I just want to, let's see. Let's see. So he's talking about on ride. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read this one separate. It looks like it's employee and talking about some stuff. So I'm going to hold on to that, and who knows? This may very well be something I respond to in a video. It is not a negative letter. I do want to be clear on that. This is somebody who's a fan and interested and excited about what I'm saying and liking it, and brings up some things. I like to be able to talk more. Let's see. In conclusion, just keep on doing what you're doing, and so the amusement park community can be on a better path, and that people have positive influences. So it's a positive letter. But some things that they like to talk about. So thank you for writing. I'm definitely going to read all of that as soon as we're signed off here. So I don't want you to think I've forgotten it. Yeah. And actually just glancing at it, there's some stuff in there that they mentioned a couple issues with people in parks and things that we should be doing better, and which I agree with. So should be fun. Thank you for writing. I love stuff like this. Please don't hesitate to write to me. Like I said, I'd love to hear your notes. You can email or write letters or whatever. Always happy to hear it. Let me see here. Also, do I just send my email address for the sticker? Okay, so Joseph, write to SirWillow@gmail.com. Give me your postal address because I got the stickers here. I have to actually mail them to you. So SirWillow@gmail.com. Give me your mailing address for your house, and I'll get the stickers in the mail. So let me see here. Visiting the park while it's raining is one of the best times to go because nobody's there. Yes. Although for Disney, it doesn't apply. Disney's weird because people have spent so much money to go to Disney. Like, we don't care if there's a hurricane. We're here until we die. And yeah. So Disney, if it rains, they'll grab ponchos. They'll spend the money for the ponchos and stuff. And they're still in the parks. I remember the first time we went to Disney, we're like, it's raining. Everybody's going to leave. It'll be empty. Nobody left. What's the deal? It was really it's different for them. Every other place, I love it when it rains because the people either if they're there already, they leave, or if they haven't gotten there yet, they don't come. So I love rainy days at the parks. Let's see here. Anything else? I think that's it there. But so that's the big stuff I am aware of. Like I said, cool, man. I can't wait to read this letter and get a better look at the pins and stuff. So yeah, my itinerary for this next year, we were originally hoping to leave end of December. We're now looking spring sometime for 2 years to go study Hebrew. And we will see how this all works out. I am working on establishing a third channel where we would do videos on our time in Israel. So while I will be contributing to this channel with Megan from Israel, this channel is not going to be about Israel. It will still continue to be about theme parks, Disney, and stuff like that. So there will be another channel created about that. But yeah, it does mean that basically coming up this spring for a couple years, there won't be any theme or amusement parks because there's just a couple small ones in Israel. There's nothing big. So it'll be a little harder to get my roller coaster fix. I have to do it. I have to work on the way to get over to Dubai and stuff because there's places there and it's not that far. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So if you missed the first part, we're going to be gradually over the next few months kind of shifting formats a little bit where the second chair will actually have a person in it, in the person of Megan. Pull her back up there. So you can see Craig, who sent me all this amazing stuff, and my daughter and Megan there. So we're eventually going to be evolving it so that Megan is a co-host, bring younger perspective. As I was telling her on the calls, let's just be honest. She's a whole lot easier on the eyes than I am. And as Craig put it, she sings better too. So, but excited to have Megan joining. And then when I'm in Israel, we'll be doing kind of a video podcast format where both of us will be able to be on at the same time. And she'll help me be able to remember things I haven't remembered, bring out new stories, talk about her experiences and stuff like that too. So we're really excited. We've got a lot of things to still iron out and plan and make sure we've got in place and a number of stuff like that. So it's going to take us a little time to get everything in place and working. I'm hoping that we'll be able to start seeing her pop up here. We'll find some times that she can come over and we can record together and do some things like that. And then we'll gradually get it built up where it'll be not just the SirWillow show, it'll be the SirWillow and Megan. We need to give her like some creative nickname or something. Maybe that's what we ought to do. We ought to have a contest for nickname for Megan. I mean, mine was easy because I already had SirWillow, but what would we call Megan? I have to think about this. Kat's coming to Branson. When are you coming to Branson, Kat? Send me an email or a private message. And if you're going to be in town, if I can do it, my next 3 weeks are crazy because I'm going to be in Kansas City, and then I've got another one up near St. Louis, and I mean every weekend I'm going places. So poor Brendan is coming up here in a couple of weeks, and we were comparing schedules, and I'm like, I don't know that I can meet up with you, Brendan. I don't have a free day. So it's crazy stuff, but yeah. Israel doesn't have coasters, but yabba dabba doo doo. Okay. Let's see here. What about visiting Superland in Rishon LeZion? Actually, when we were there last time, we looked at it, but it was closed for the year already. So we missed it by a week. So let's see. Kat will be visiting Branson Silver Dollar City next week. Send me a copy of your itinerary. And if I can make it out there and meet up with you, I will. I will do my best. But if you got an idea for Megan's nickname, drop it in the comments. Don't do it in the chat box because the chat might not be attached to the video. But after the video is done, throw it in the comments. And let's see what kind of creative, crazy stuff we can come up with for Megan. See if we can come up with something fun. See if we can come up with something I can just totally tease her about. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for spoiling us, Craig, and for everybody else too. I very much love it. Thank you guys for just 7 years, and we're still going. So thank you for helping make it all possible. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend.